Mr. Jensen, I'm kind of curious. How long does spring last? March 17th is the first day of spring. That's when our spring equinox was. 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nighttime. If I take here and color this green, then spring is going to continue in green. I chose green because that's when all the green starts coming up out in the fields. And if I take this away, I'm going to color over the times that are spring. And actually, spring continues all the way down. So I'm going to finish this line right here by just coloring it in green. If you want to do this with me, you are more than welcome, because this is kind of a cool way to look at the seasons. In fact, I've had kids that have built these and they told me, Mr. Jensen, I went and took it home and put it in my bedroom just so I kind of had this as like my own calendar of knowing when spring is. It continues past and it comes all the way through here. So I'm going to just lightly, gently come over the top of this. When I get to right here, I'm going to keep going all the way down. And then I'm going to go back to the top of this month, and I'm going to continue to go through May. So April showers bring May flowers is one of our favorite spring things to talk about. I'm going to go back up here to June. June still technically is springtime until we hit what's called the summer solstice. So if I want to, I could actually color all of this in just a little bit darker, and you'll be able to see that all of this time in here is what we actually consider spring. If you're doing this at home, you could change colors if you want to. I like to just do it in green because green kind of reminds me of spring, when all the green flowers, grass, everything that's been dead through the winter starts to spring up through the grounds. Oh, Mr. Jensen, that's a really good way to remember why we have the word spring, is because in spring, things spring up out of the ground. My gosh, you're a genius, Mr. Jensen. Let's write this down so we don't forget. The green is shown. So spring, I could remember, is when green plants and flowers spring up from the ground. Whoop! There's my flower. Spring. It's right here in the green color. So we made it green just so you could see it. But this is considered our spring right here.